Thanks for staying with us. What began as a strong, uncompromising stance against rape has spiraled into a relentless online firestorm. Nigerian singer Simi had launched a fierce condemnation of rapists amid the memorable rape allegation, speaking without hesitation and refusing to sound apologetic, even as some advised her to tread carefully. But when it later emerged that the allegation was false, the mood online shifted dramatically. Attention turned to Simi herself. Old tweets were dug up and circulated, with some interpreting them as suggestive and inappropriate. The backlash did not stop there. Her husband, Adekunle Gold, was also dragged into the storm as past posts of his were resurrected and scrutinized. Despite Simi's recent clarifications, the criticism has only intensified, with fresh angles and new questions emerging daily. What we are witnessing now is more than an outrage. It is a digital siege with no clear end in sight. So ladies, what are your thoughts on this drama that has been unfolding for days? I saw a couple of the tweets, and I would like our audience and viewers to join the conversation by calling us on 02016 352013 or 09024163440, or tweet us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. I saw some of the tweets and I was like, okay. I read another one, I'm like, okay. I read another one, I'm like, okay. In my head, I'm like, how do we go ahead and defend this right now? Because I remember when Ezra's case happened and old tweets were dug up, and we now started reading the tweet all over again, because I'm sure at the time he posted it many years ago, people read it but probably did not make any meaning out of it and moved on, like Simi's tweets now that people would have read at the time and moved on. But now it seems like there's a new meaning, and everybody, anything that you have ever said, when it's dug out, it will be read in the context of today's world, and a meaning will be given to it. It could be what you intended, it could be what you did not intend, but they will give it a meaning based on the realities of today. And that is what has caught up with Simi right now, just like he did Ezra. And in my head, I'm like, how do we explain this? Well, let me come to the ladies. What are your thoughts?
So for me, three truths can exist at the same time. Number one, that rape must be condemned, right? Because regardless of whether it's Mirabel's case or any other case, she was anti-rape. She was condemning the act of rape, regardless of whatever circumstance that. So that's, we cannot debate on that. Rape should be condemned. It is wrong. It's a criminal offense. Anybody held found guilty after investigation should be held liable. Secondly, public figures should know that their words carry weight, in the sense that, so before you come out to take a stance on something, you have to make sure that, especially when it comes to criminal cases, that proper investigations have been done, and then that there is a conclusion to that particular matter for you to now take a stand, especially when it relates to a particular person. It's different that you're being generic in terms of your thoughts or your stance. But when you're relating to a particular case, a particular person, I think the best thing should be because you can sway public opinion and because of your followership and stuff. And then lastly, it's as if like that, these days, I know the world has always been cruel, but now it's worse. As if the people are so unhappy in their lives that they're constantly waiting for or looking for reasons or who to troll or who to be cruel to, or who to, like, it's, I fear for the next 5-10 years of our lives, because there's so much anger, so much hatred, and people are looking for where to project it towards. And we're seeing a lot of that, do you understand? Where nobody's giving any other person grace. We're not giving people grace. We're not even trying to understand where people are coming from. We're not, before we used to give people grace that, this person was a child, this person, we allowed a child to be a child, allow a child to grow and evolve. Everybody has a right to change. Everybody has a right to change their mind. Everybody has a right to change their opinion. And that doesn't mean that that's what defines who they are today. Today, you know that she has made a stance, and this stance is this. right? And so many things must have happened in the past, but people are allowed to grow, to evolve, to change their minds, and to change their opinions. Like, I don't understand. The cruelty is so much that everybody's like standing on attention, like as if we've come to this life before, we've lived this life before, and we are being judged if we make a mistake, we're living it again. We're living it. We've not been here before, so we're allowed to make mistakes, change our minds, and have opinions. It's okay. It's too much.
Even if we have been here before, we've forgotten.
Too much.
Move on.
Actually, you don't want to jump in.
I will leave you to go.
Okay, so
I will talk after you.
All right. Okay, so I'm of the opinion, when I read the tweets, especially the one about the 4-year-old, I thought, I've said it, that my first job was as a teacher, and I taught children, and I taught kindergarten children. So you're teaching those 3-year-olds, those 4-year-olds. This is their first time being outside their family. They are extremely sweet, cuddling and all of that. And usually they cuddle up to, you know, your chest area, because that's what they are familiar with their parents at home. So I read the tweet and I just laughed that, these children. At some point in time, as a teacher of 4-year-olds, I had to ask other people within the school that, why are these children so, I felt they were sexual. They were too, maybe they had seen things or had experiences. And so in my head, when I saw Simi's tweet, I was like, children are such funny people. Because somebody just came to me and said, have you seen what happened? What Simi was tweeting about? And I said, what is she tweeting about? And I said, have you been around children? The girl is single. The girl is a young girl. She was like, I said, no. I said, have you been with children? 3-year-old. I said, for my 10-year-old, once he hugged me, he will just find where to choke in head. I'm saying, you have outgrown, leave me, Joe. You know, so children will be children. Now, in our minds as young people, we were tweeting and typing and posting everything that occurs to us. Some people are still doing it now. Yeah. The people, you are angry with your husband, you come online and say, my husband slapped me, and your children will see it in future. Like, you're not thinking through everything. So in my head, when I saw that tweet, I said, wow, the boy was being a child, and the thoughts came into her mind. She tweeted it. It is when I started reading other people's comments and interpretation of it, and I'm like, wow, like you said, there's a lot of malicious interpretation of everything going on. If you want to kill a dog, you will name it whatever name you want to give it. So there's a case of, yes, point blank tweet, she's teaching a child, she felt this child was licking the lip, he was looking sexual, and she tweeted it with innocence. And right now, that tweet is coming to haunt her. But here's my own thoughts. If every thought that flashes through our mind as human beings, we tweet those thoughts, what will be said of us? If they take you 10 years ago, take you 15 years ago, and every thought that you had was typed out, what will be said about you if you are being judged by those thoughts today? It's something that we should think about before we throw stones. I am totally against pedophilia. I am totally against children being abused. But when I read that message, I just see someone that is, everything is as it flashed through your mind, you put them out there. BC was asking me that, thank God that she does not have her own old social media handle anymore. I'm like, if they dig out my own social media handle, what they will see is my frustration. It's my frustration. It was my parents. It was my journey with my parents. Everything that happened, I will say, Facebook will ask you what you are doing, and I'll just say, oh, my mom is doing this one, my dad is doing this one. So it was all about whatever is in your mind, put it out there. You do not think that she did not know, Simi did not know she'll be Simi that she is today. And that is why I would say that we must be extremely careful of what we say. You see, you that you are insulting, you that you came online and you put caption and put everything on what Simi said, that you are trending, you are feeling good that you called out Simi. Don't worry, they don't save her for you. The next 5-10 years, you don't know who you are going to be. They'll bring it up. How you judged others, you'll be judged. That's the way life is. And what we do is payback. So I feel for Simi. And I totally feel that this is a season where everything you say and do will be used against you. Even what I'm saying now can be used against me. Because they look at it like, oh, it's because you're trying to excuse. Long and short is that's where we are. And the more we sit in place of judgment of others, note for yourself, it's a very, very small world. It will come back and haunt you. And it doesn't, like Amaka mentioned, that it doesn't distract from the main topic, because what they did was, because of how vehement our voice was against rape,
they had to find
they
something.
went to find something against her. So the findee and the finder were done. No, investigators go and find the people committing crime.
I don't think it was because of how vehement she was. Apparently, because I read the synopsis, and what they said is, when the thing happened, she abused them and said they are all hungry.
Hungry, yes, was the anger.
So it was that anger and the hunger that they are true feeling is what they made that. They went to go and then they went to go and investigate. So my own advice to especially celebrities, watch what you tweet.
And delete everything in your past.
It's not even, you see, I remember when because Simi has been in the public eye for
a very long time.
So sometimes they will put something in the newspapers about you. You will be so upset. But in those days, newspaper is Lakara.
Suya man.
Not like now that they
today
is
the internet,
a digital footprint.
Does not forget. The internet does not forget. Hey, when all you need is your iPad or your phone. You don't even need your iPad. You don't even need iPad in today's world. Phone is okay. You will just start to. So I would just advise anybody who is. If you have put funny things in the past, quickly go and delete them now. If it's now you want to start it, stop. Think when you want to think, because these young kids, they have no other work.
Yes, so
it's
they
Twitter,
can dig you out.
Twitter and everything, TikTok. That's their life. That is their life. In fact, some of them even make money from it.
Yeah.
When they start to trend, when they start to go viral, they are making money.
Of course.
They are paying them. So it pays them to even go viral. Say it is me that I don't have time to even tweet that I want to go and start investigating, or I want to say. I remember when I joined TikTok.
Gen
Z was saying, actually, you have to do this. I said, One day I did 1, 2, after 2. I've not gone back to Twitter since. Alice was asking me, big mommy, you don't go on TikTok. I say, hey, you have followers. I say, okay, I'm going. I'm going. My next year I will remember to go. Because for me, I'm old. Day-to-day life is affecting me.
Have you seen Auntie Annie's videos from 20 years ago? How sexy, Auntie Annie's sexy two-piece that she used to dance on stage. You not be judging. I beg.
If I judge me by it, because I wish I was still there.
Yes,
but you find that I understand.
We have
so
to
I just want to advise people who tweet and
be careful
what you tweet.
Be careful.
Look, see the other day, Shehu and Wizkid's fans. It did not concern me.
They dragged you inside.
Drag your family to my page. Abuse me, put me as pig. There's nothing. I will just block them and delete them. Because why?
So we're going to take a short break here, YK. Why? We're going to take a short break here. When we come back, I'm feeling a type of way. I'm feeling like we are skewed to one angle, probably because Simi is a woman. And that's what many people have said so far, that the energy we're using to discuss this was not the same energy we used to discuss Ezra. And people had to compare what Ezra said and what she said, if they are in the same line. But when we come back, we'll dig into it. Let's find out why people are taking it a lot more mildly compared to the Ezra case. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.